Hey, Waisaki. To go into your prompts that you laid out for us, I'd like to go into answering the question that you had. What kinds of personal and cultural knowledge or popular knowledge influence your thinking about ethnically and racially diverse students? Personally, I've always been open to getting to know all people, no matter what their ethnic or racial background. With being a person who openly identifies themselves as a lesbian, I have a great amount of respect for getting to know people personally instead of judging or going by stereotypes to base my understanding. Along with this, I will say I'm not very educated on Native American students, however, and their cultural backgrounds. So I am extremely excited to work with the Ho Chunk Learning Center and further educate myself on the Native American culture, as well as learning about various tribes within Ho Chunk. And then connecting this response to the new Darwinist perspective, when people take their own perceptions and stereotypes towards others is like placing values on them that you expect from them. And this is kind of like saying that, so there's a stereotype that Asians are supposed to be really smart. So if they're not really smart or they don't match up to the stereotypes that people place on them, like, is that considered like their right cultural values? And I don't know, this whole perception of right cultural values is just really like difficult for me to comprehend, and I just don't agree with it, because to me, who is to decide if something or someone has right cultural values? I think every learner or every student learns differently, and we have to go about that and get to know that student and learn about their best learning strategies and how they're going to learn best, and really just accommodate for each individual in your class, because everyone is going to learn differently and everyone's going to express different cultural values, and we just have to take what we are given and be able to educate our students the best we can. So yeah, the whole new Darwinist approach, not really a fan of. Onto the question of, do you perceive the culture of ethnic or racial groups to be a deficit or an asset to their learning in schools? My standpoint on this is that it should be an asset, because inclusion and diversity is an important factor to educate our students on. The world we live in is culturally diverse, and it is crucial for the students to be open-minded to the people they come across. It is a proven fact that everyone is unique and different. For example, the film we watched in class discussed how you would think your genes would match up closest to those who look like you, but in reality, that is false, because students were getting connected with people of all different cultures and all different ethnicities. That was really eye-opening to see. And just the fact that no matter what a person identifies themselves as, they should feel comfortable with who they are, as well as having a supportive environment surrounding them. On the other hand, in some cases, I feel that a student's racial group can factor and be a deficit to learning in schools. For example, with all the stereotypes that are in our society about race, can truly affect our students. If African American students have the stereotype of being loud and aggressive, our teachers and peers are going to automatically place this on them instead of actually getting to know them. Teachers need to use their perceptual filter and throw out all these stereotypes and actually take the time to get to know their students and learn about their cultural backgrounds. And then to go into prompt 2 and talking about kind of my responses. My responses to these questions reflect my clinical experience, because it gives me the drive to want to learn more about culturally diverse students. As a future educator, I want to implement various cultures within my classroom, as well as educating my students on being accepting of all students, no matter what a person's race, ethnicity, sexual orientation, exceptionality, social class, or even if a student is an English language learner. I think all of these factors are huge, and that all of our students need to be educated on them, because each one of these students like deserves respect and to feel comfortable and to come to school with a safe environment to be around. Probably my experiences working with impoverished learners that really stands out to me was at a camp this past summer here at Winona State. It was a 5-day camp, and it was called Hope Academy. And students came from, they were high school students who came from the inner city of like Minneapolis, and it was to give them an opportunity to see what college life was like, and they had a very strict schedule and attended classes, and I was actually a mentor for this, so I was living, like sleeping there every night with them. I'd go to their classes with them, so I really got a strong hands-on experience working with these students, and it was just awesome, like insight, and just to be able to get to know and sit down and just have natural conversations with them, and I got to share my experiences with my life, and they got to share theirs, and it was just like to be able to open up and create that. It just really like allowed a relationship to form, and like I think I can take this and like take it into my field of teaching and apply that within my classroom. Just take the time to get to know my students, and if they feel that I care and they know that I'm listening, it really plays an important factor in them wanting to come to school. If they feel that they have a teacher that they connect with, they're gonna be excited to learn. They're gonna wanna make things happen for themselves. So yeah, that would be my experience, and I'm excited to further work in my clinical settings, and I look forward to just gaining knowledge on all different aspects of culture, and yeah, thank you, and have a good spring break if you're able to take a spring break.